should be scared, but it's hard to explain what I feel, but it isn't fear. Not a bit. Another one of those gates, like the one I saw in the temple. I'm back to being me. It's hard for me to understand how these gates work. What happens every time I cross one of them? Another panel of this strange technology. What's it for? Something related to the currents? The island is pierced by underground currents. That architecture again. Where is this gate going to lead me now? What a quiet and peculiar place.
We slaves, masters of
Heaven, slaves and masters and... Nicole. Wasn't Nicole in the notes? Looks like some sort of food. It's not human food, though, and it's fossilized, too. Looks like some sort of food. It's not... Not human food, though, and it's fossilized, too. Although they are the same style, these huts are much simpler than the magnificent architecture I've seen up to now. Whoever the inhabitants were, they were living here against their will. Whoever the inhabitants were, they were living here. Someone vandalized this mural. Some hands look human, but others are amphibian hands.
Falls from the sky, awakens God, black blood.
Is that black blood the same thing as the black ooze? I wonder who used to live here. It seems it was abandoned ages ago.
We father, we mother.
I understood that. Primitive bowls and plates. Primitive bowls and plates. It seems that each family had to agree somehow to change the water level. I'm amazed at how organized they seem to be, despite them being so primitive. Being trapped here probably made them stronger as a community. It seems that each family...
Some slaves die, some slaves now water animal.
Water animal. Is that what I am now? The inhabitants of this village lived at different altitudes. Some even lived inside the water. They used this sort of dam to lower or raise the water level. How can I explain what's happening to me? What is the meaning of all this? God's blood, transformation, eternal life. I feel like I'm going through what was written in that inscription.
Masters ritual to slaves. Black blood in eyes.
Black blood in eyes, like in the well. There are some hand marks made with pigments. I wonder if they mean something. I better draw them just in case. This civilization used these devices to raise and lower the water level. It's impressive. Different types of creatures of the same species lived here, but they weren't free. They rebelled against their masters. The slaves seemed to worship two gods. So these creatures are immortal?
We, Father and Mother, pray to God. God punish.
The sunken continent. Was that their punishment? This underwater town is a beautiful place, but it has also seen a lot of suffering. All the island is that way. Beautiful but dangerous. The danger does not seem to affect me, though. drain controls the water level. What a cleverly conceived system. Different types of creatures of the same species lived here, but they weren't free. I made it. My illness has kept me from being happy. What I feel now is the complete opposite of being sick. I feel full of life and energy. Even better than before my illness. Now the water level is really low, so I can access that tunnel. These creatures lived like slaves. All their lives imprisoned and tortured in this place. Was it possible to live a decent life in here? If you've lived all your life in a prison, how would you know that you are a prisoner? Now I can enter this tunnel. This current is quite strong. I wonder where it will take me. That was quite a ride, but it's over now. That ladder. Someone set up camp in here. This panel looks different from the others. It's much more elaborate. This must be my transportation to the sanctuary. Looks like a means of transportation to get to that sanctuary. Seems to show two possible courses of action. One means transformation, and the other means death? Seems to show two possible courses of action. One means transformation, and the other means death? What is this? This... Oh my God! Did I almost forget about Harry? She doesn't seem to care much about Harry. And she doesn't seem to be thinking straight either. Harry, that look on your face. You look deranged. They seem to loathe each other. The sun is setting. It is so beautiful. So the guide left the expedition. That would explain the workshop on the white sand beach, where I arrived. Oh dear, poor people. Is this why I'm changing too? A sanctuary? Harry, was that where you went? You followed the river from the temple summit, and it took you some days to find this entrance. You followed the river from the temple summit, and it took you some days to find this entrance. Somebody painted these symbols on the wall.
My dear old pal. It's only Cass and me now. I have much to thank her for, even if our friendship is worn thin due to hunger and fatigue. If she hadn't insisted so much, we'd never have convinced Aotearoa. He guided us as we followed the river down from the mountain peak. And that's how we found this entrance. And the mural. Maybe I can't undo what's happening to you, Nora, but I think I can try to become like you. The original inhabitants of this island took slaves to a sanctuary, and there they performed a ritual. Aotearoa said the ritual was madness, and he didn't want any part of it. He and Cass argued, violently. When we woke up the next morning, he had left. I know it sounds strange, but you have to trust me, my love. I know this is going to work, and we can be together. You understand what that means, don't you, Nora? We have a second chance. With more love than ever, Harry.
Harry? What ritual are you talking about? Why on earth would you want to become like me? Please don't be a fool. You don't even know if that ritual of yours is going to work. It all makes sense. Nothing bad is going to happen to me here, as menacing as this place might look. The island, the ooze, those sea creatures. They're just defending themselves, like a wild animal against an unknown threat. That's how they perceived the expedition, like a threat. But I, on the other hand, I wasn't a threat. And I definitely wasn't unknown, was I? They seemed to recognize me, as if I was one of their own. Everything seems so distant now, as if I first stepped on that white beach thousands of years ago. A full moon? It can't be. Yesterday was a new moon. Did I lose track of time, or... Maybe this place isn't subject to the laws of physics. That's the only explanation I can find for this surreal night. It's hard to believe everything is real. Maybe it isn't. Maybe I'll open my eyes sometime and I'll be back in our home in Inglewood and everything will be as before. My perfectly ordinary life with Harry. My daily routines. My illness. That will be as before too. And then I'll need to shake off this strange feeling that I have now. Feeling that I don't really belong there anymore. And with there, I don't mean Englewood, or Boston, or Newburyport. I mean... How is it possible that the strange events of only 2 days on this island makes more sense to me than the life that I've been living for years? There it is. The sanctuary. So is this where you went, Harry? Was this your last stop? Black ooze on a Petri dish. My God, this syringe has traces of black ooze. What the hell were you thinking? These patterns look too familiar. There are drops of dried blood inside this altar. There are drops of dried blood inside this altar. So I have to put my hand inside? Moby Dick. Its pages are hollowed out, and its shape is... Harry asleep in his tent. What a creepy photograph. Oh my, she sounds completely out of her mind. camera. This mural seems to describe a ritual involving blood. That dagger. This mural seems to describe a ritual involving blood. That dagger. Another camp. Although it's little more than a few things scattered about.
My dear old pal. I never should have trusted Cass. I thought she cared about you, but she's just mad, obsessed with this place. I can't trust her to help me overcome the last obstacle. This door. I know how to open it. But what I have to do is mix my blood with the black ooze. Am I mad for even considering that? It's the only way we can be together. It has to work, right? All this can't be a coincidence. The ritual is made for the two of us, isn't it, Nora? I wish you could be here to... Damn it. I have to think it over. I can't. Tomorrow. Leave it for tomorrow, damn it. Stop writing.
What are you saying, Harry? Don't you see what the black ooze does, what it did to the doctor? Are you out of your mind? A library? What are you talking about, Harry? Was the blood of these creatures some sort of catalyst? Heavens, this dagger looks exactly like the one I have. Harry, what is this? It looks like the ramblings of a madman. A woman's earrings stained with blood. My God, Harry, what did you do to her? If he's behind that door, I wonder which Harry I'll find. How much would be left of the man I love? And how much of the man who has lost his sanity in this place? Let's give it a try. Ouch! Oh! Ah! What was that? Looks like a tattoo, but it isn't. Those are my spots. They've moved. Oh, I really hope this works. These patterns look too familiar. Oh my goodness, and the gun barrel is empty. There's a bullet hole in here. There's a bullet hole in here. Trail of blood. Someone was hurt. Trail of blood. Someone was hurt. An eye and a star. Look at the stars, maybe. Those stone statues seem to rotate with this switch. I wonder what this means. All these papers are riddled with incoherent doodles. The stars are aligned, forming a constellation that I don't recognize. That is not the same sky you can see from Earth. And if that's not the Earth's sky, where am I now? It's a pentagon-shaped symbol with channels in its edges. What was it used for? It's a pentagon-shaped symbol with channels in its edges. What was it used for? Constellations and stars. These people seem to worship otherworldly gods. Constellations and stars. These people seem to worship otherworldly gods. I wonder what this means. A shining constellation. I better draw it. Where is this door leading me? They carried these people here to test them, like a challenge of some sort. They carried these people here to test them, like a challenge of some sort. It's a pentagon-shaped symbol with channels in its edges. What was it used for? Circular stones with strange carved symbols. These icons on the wheel are the same as the constellations I have on my hand. It's a pentagon-shaped symbol with channels in its edges. What was it used for? They took them to a throne room. That was the final step in the ritual. What an odd structure, riddled with nooks and crannies and endless stairways. Maybe it only hurts the first time. Ah! The second also hurts. When I arrived on this island, I felt like I was trespassing. But now, I feel like this is where I belong. This place is like a labyrinth. They were submerged in black ichor. They were submerged in black ichor. Harry seems to be on the brink of madness. But I don't feel the slightest hint of confusion. On the contrary, I feel my mind is more focused than ever. Again? Seriously? Ah! Another one of those gates. I have to get into the water again. Oh, come on. One more time. again. I can feel the torment of the thousands of slaves who perished here. All the doors are open, but where is the constellation I need to open the throne room? Black and white figures. Good doggies, or dragons, whatever you are. Again? Seriously? Ah. I think I can feel the agony of the slaves, their suffering, and the effects of their transformation. It's horrifying. The door to the sanctuary is open. It's time to find out what's waiting for me inside. What a disturbing mirror. Is it made of black ichor? I feel like it is speaking to me. Oh, heavens. There's something written in the floor with blood. Volgoffen? Haven't I heard that word in my dreams? My God. Nothing that happens here appears to respect the most basic rules of physics. However, as strange as it may be, it does maintain a peculiar harmony. Like the workings of a clock, or a music box. Harry, is that you? No, 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 no! Tell me it isn't you, Harry. It can't be you. It can't be. No, no, no. Why did you do it? Oh my God, Harry, no! In the end, you performed the ritual. You poor fool. But why? I don't understand it. Why? You knew it. You knew it wasn't going to work. You knew the ritual wasn't going to work. That's why you never sat on the throne. You didn't even perform the ritual, did you, Harry? But you wanted me to think that you had. You even left a lure to confuse me. But why? What really happened? The only person with you in that sanctuary beach was Cassandra. So if you didn't die, it had to be her. Did she use the dagger to open the gates and carry out the ritual? You tried to stop her, but it was too late. She shot you with your own gun and left you for dead, didn't she, Harry? Because Cassandra was ambitious and would stop at nothing to uncover the secrets here. The island fueled that hunger for knowledge. You had doubts about whether the ritual would work. But what happened to Cassandra cleared up those doubts. The ritual wasn't for people like you. The ritual was only for people like me. But you refused to believe it until the island itself spoke directly to you. Haha Folgafen. She is our daughter. That's when you finally understood. You understood what my fate would be if I didn't come here and carry out the ritual. A slow and painful death. So you faked your own demise and left your glasses near Cassandra's corpse. Those same glasses you never take off. And you sent me the package from Dignity, Harry. Your picture, the key, the dagger. Another one of your scavenger hunts. And I took the bait. You made me come to this island, the same island where you almost lost your mind and your life, the same island where 4 members of your expedition perished. Why did you deceive me, Harry? You said you would never lie to me. Why didn't you tell me the truth? Why did you do this to me? Because you knew that I would never accept my fate if it meant leaving you. Right, my love? Not even if staying with you would mean a slow and painful death. So the only way to get me to leave you was to make me believe you were dead. And you chose to live a life without me, so I could be who I really am. That's why you tried to deceive me. But I know you too well, my dear old pal. We've had so many years together, so many moments of love, happiness, understanding, friendship. A whole beautiful life with you. I know what you tried to do. But I can't let you make this decision for me, Harry. Either I embrace my fate and accept what I've always been, and leave you behind. Or I reject it, and return home with you to relish the time that my illness gives us. It's my decision to make. We had a really good life. But that's not my life anymore, is it, Harry? Not after what I've been through on this island. Not after all I've found out about myself. I can't fool myself anymore. I have to accept what I truly am and leave you behind. I'm going back home. What a lovely melody. I don't believe I've ever heard more than a few notes. Until now. For years I thought I was sick. But the truth is, I was homesick. My poor health, the pain, the suffering. It was all because of how far I was from here. Everything seems so far away now. No trace of pain, no trace of sickness. Nothing besides this place. It's so pleasant to forget everything else. Nothing matters anymore. I'm finally one of the thousands of minds connected to the Ichor. Connected with the Elder God. Goodbye, Harry.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
1, 2, don't forget the harmony. 1, 2, 3.
All my life is empty since I went away. Skies don't seem to be so clear. May some angel sentry guard you while I stray, and fate be kind to join us some sweet day. Oh, how I miss you, dear old pal of mine. Each night and day I pray you're always mine. Sweetheart, may God bless you. Angel hands caress you, while sweet dreams rest you, dear old pal of mine.
Dearie, I'm so lonely. How I miss your smile and your tender loving way. I just want you only, want you all the while. May God decree I have you back someday. Oh, how I miss you, dear old pal of mine. Today, so many years later, I still doubt whether I did the right thing. I lied to you for the first and last time. And even if it was to free you from pain, suffering, and death, I deceived you. But I've paid such a high price for my deceit, Nora. Fate has punished me with a long and sorrowful life, with no other incentive than my work. Because that is the only thing I have now, my dear old pal.